Let's talk about Matchroom debuts. When I did the introduction earlier, I kind of missed off Larone, mainly because his debut was so short notice. Although saying that, so is Florian Marku's. What did you make of Larone's performance on Friday night?
Do you know, Larone gets a lot of stick. Oh, he's boring. He's a boring fighter. But as I keep telling everyone, the better the opposition, the better Larone will be. As I say, was it the most entertaining performance? No, it wasn't. But Larone's a boxer. Larone is a boxer. And as I say, you have to understand, Larone's been out the ring as well for a whole year. So that was about, which is credit to Matchroom as well, because they didn't have to box him, and they've got Larone, and Larone's got a newborn son, some Christmas money for Larone, and that was the main thing, knocking the cobwebs off, and putting in a performance. I'm happy with the rounds. I was happy with Larone's performance, to be honest with you. Did it set the world on fire? Absolutely not. But we're going to see what Lerrone Richards is all about. All I'm saying is, don't judge Larone. He didn't get hit once in that fight. I think he got hit once in that fight. Judge him when he's been in a big fight. That's all I'll say about Larone.
Vocal when we spoke to him about wanting that European title. How far away is that? I believe there's an official challenger in place at the moment for the belt, but is he then in line for the winner, perhaps?
Yeah. As I said, we spoke to Eddie about it, and that's the route we want. Larone wants to go down, and I know Dave wants to go down. And then, as I say, next year, big fights for Larone. Just the key is just to keep him active.
Great stuff. I thought you were going to say something else. You just coughed. Well, all right.
Yeah.
That's the end of that subject. Florian Marku, as we've discussed, makes his Matchroom debut this Saturday on the Joshua Bill. How easy was it to come to terms on the promotional agreement? Because from what you and he had told me before, there was quite a lot of interested parties. Yeah,
there's loads of interesting parties, which we're very, very grateful for. He put on a very good performance in his last outing on the Ultimate Boxer show. Florian's always going to be a big draw, Danny, because he's exciting. He wants to knock you out, and he has a huge fan base. I mean, what's not to like about him? And he's a good. And you spoke to him as well. He's a big character as well. He's not a boring soul, is he? He's a literally just ringing me as we speak. Literally ringing me as we speak. But yeah, he drives me mental, Florian. Absolutely, he drives me absolutely mental. But I love that about him, because all Florian wants to do is fight. That's all he wants to do. He wants to fight and put his family in a healthy position. That's all he wants, and I respect that massively about him. That's why we love him.
What sort of things is he chasing you about? Obviously, you don't know now because you're not psychic.
Oh, Danny, everything. Everything you can possibly, anything you are imagining in your head now. That's what he's. If Florian will ask me, he asks me everything. He rings me 10 times a day. I'm not exaggerating.
But you've got him a fight. He's got a fight lined up in a few days. What is it, like directions to the bubble? I mean,
just everything. I'm serious. Like God, there's so many things. He will ask me after the fight on Saturday. He'll message me. But luckily, we actually have another fight. Touch wood, everything goes to plan because there's nothing to foregone conclusion. We have a fight lined up for him in January, so he won't be able to bother me over Christmas because he already knows his date. So, so get that all signed off.
Any hints as to what type of fight that might be? Don't say
it's a big fight. It's a big fight, and the fight all the fans have asked for.
Oh, right. I'm assuming that's Conor Benn then, which would be great.
No, it's not Conor Benn, but
Chris
it's as people really ask for that fight, I'm happy to take that fight. Dillian wants that fight, but
what fights? Give us 3 fights people have asked for at least, and then we can guess which one it is.
No, because then you'll guess.
Yeah. I'll guess off.
The announcement will be after the fight on Saturday.
Okay. He's got Alex Fearon in his first Matchroom fight. Decent enough challenger, former Midlands area title challenger. What you expect? Yeah. Is it more about how Florian wins?
Yeah, but you don't want to disrespect Alex, because Alex is going to come to win. It's his it's a golden opportunity, isn't it?
Derby boy as well.
Yeah, he's a Derby boy. Yeah, definitely. Listen, if he was boxing anybody else in the world, I'd want him to win. Do you know what I mean? I'd want him to win, but he's boxing my guy, so the thoughts are different. But yeah, look, he's I'm sure he'll bring what he brings, but we believe Florian's a world level operator, so. We believe Florian will win the fight, but hopefully, as I say, both guys safe and sound, have a good Christmas. That's all that matters.
And presumably, with the big stage and it being his first Matchroom fight, you want him to win in spectacular fashion, if at all possible.
Yeah, that's always the idea, because again, boxing fans, especially the hardcore boxing fans, they want to see excitement, don't they? That is what people want to see, and Florian brings that in abundance, doesn't he? So we hope for a convincing Florian Marku win on Saturday, and then the big announcement after the fight.
And Florian's value notwithstanding, there's been a lot of talk back and forth on social media and among pundits. Just knocked yourself over, but I haven't even asked the question yet. £25 price point for the show, same as the last AJ fight and the rematch against Andy Ruiz. Some people have criticised it, said that there were special circumstances last time. The price should have gone back to the normal $19.95 this time around. What do you make of the two sides of that argument?
I don't know. It's a hard one, Danny, because it's like, if I wasn't involved in boxing, whatever the case, say like if Florian wasn't going to this fighting on Saturday, I'd be buying it at home. If you want to, the way I see it is like, you're not getting a ticket to watch it, so you just basically essentially buying a ticket and you're getting the best seat in the house. I mean, I personally think Anthony Joshua is worth £25 to watch Anthony Joshua. That's what I honestly think. I think you're getting a good undercard. I think there's a cracker. Bakodi against Kuzmin's a cracker. It really is. It's a proper cracker. Hughie Fury against Marius Wack. I've heard Hughie Fury has basically completely changed his style, so I'm looking forward to watch that. I spoke to Peter Fury actually today about it, and he said, look, Hughie's coming to do a serious job on him, and like, look, he has to, doesn't he? Hughie has to go. They're talking, Peter wants him to be back at the world level, which I've seen Hughie spar many times, and Hughie really is a class fighter. And I think no one's really seen, and he's had a lot of bad luck in his career, Hughie. He really has. The Parker fight, let's be honest, if you watch it back, it was a terrible fight, but it could have gone Hughie's way.
Yes,
it could have gone Hughie's
back.
But yeah, you're not going to watch that back, but it could have gone his way, and that could have changed everything. And then he had the cut against Pulev before he went and bought Pulev, but he was cut before that. I mean, you've got to think that he's not the oldest of guys. And against Povetkin, he was just beaten. There was no excuses there. Povetkin just beat him. But I think he's got a lot more to offer, Hughie, now, and I'm looking forward to watching him fight. Even Kez Ashfaq against Ash Lane, that's an interesting fight. Ash Lane brings it, so it'll be interesting. And the best fight on the show is Florian Marku.
I think the best fight on the show might be the one you didn't mention between Kieran Conway and Macaulay McGowan. But
yes, that's another. It's another good fight. But we've just got to be happy these fights are happening during these times, like the Joyce DeBar thing. I mean, so my personal opinion, and believe it or not, this is not being biased, that was the biggest fight to happen in. Sorry, one sec.
Florida.
Sorry, Dan. No, that was Adam this time. Okay. It was the biggest fight to happen in Britain this year. The Dubois Joyce. That was my honest opinion. I'm not just saying that. But Anthony Joshua being Anthony Joshua, you got to pay to watch him, haven't you? He's a superstar, so you've got to pay to watch him. And £25, it's a lot of money, especially these days. It's a lot of money. But if you're a big boxing fan, what's £25? It's a Chinese and a few beers, isn't it?
Adam Smith's going to love you. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, of course he is. You've just sold the show for him. You've gone through pretty much every fight, so he'll be very happy.
Listen, anyone that knows me, I'll just say it out. Is even if it upsets me, I'll say it. That's just my honest opinion. As like I would buy it. It's the equivalent, isn't it? It's the equivalent to a Chinese and a few beers. It's the same price, isn't it?
For me, I think if you're willing to pay 20 for it, you'll pay 25 for it.
You'll pay that extra $5. Add on a side of
another $5 doesn't make that much difference to me.
Absolutely. Add on a side of chicken. Yeah, mate. That's what I mean. Add on a side of chicken balls and sweet and sour sauce. That's it. There's your $5.
There you go. Sweet and sour chicken balls. You heard it here first.
There you go.
Great stuff. All right, well, I'm going to let you get back to it. You've probably got about 20 missed calls just from Marku and a few from other people as well.
Only one from Florian. Only one from
So
Florian during
far,
this
the
call.
night is yet
One
young.
from my mum as well. One from my mum and one from Adam.
Yeah, that's probably means Florian's phoned Adam. Maybe even tracked your mum down just to get through to you.
%. When he doesn't get through
Where's
to me, he'll
Sam? Where's
call Adam.
Sam? I'm not going to try and react.
%.
Yeah. All right, great
Yeah.
stuff. Always a pleasure. And yeah, good luck on Saturday night.
Cheers, Danny. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye bye.
See you in a bit.